What's up, everyone? I'm Jay, and today we'll be looking at Men in Black and judging it on a 5-star, 10-star, and 5,000 point scale. Let's get right into it. Men in Black is a science fiction action comedy movie released in 1997 by Columbia Pictures. It is based on The Men in Black by Lowell Cunningham, a comic book that I know nothing about. This movie focuses on K and J, no relation. K recruits J to join the Men in Black, a top-secret organization that monitors alien activity on Earth. You've heard the conspiracy theories about aliens visiting? Well, what about the ones that live here? That's right, apparently they do that. And apparently some of them are giant cockroach-like monsters that need to be stopped. I imagine that this movie has a large audience among alien enthusiasts, which I am not, but I still enjoyed it. The story isn't super complex, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride as you are immersed in the unusual normal world that has aliens now. There's no harm in just enjoying a movie, but if you're looking for something philosophical or touching, then there are a few of those moments in here as well. I give 700 points for watch value. Behold, the remote, or trackpad, or other form of pause button. If I were to rewatch this movie, I would probably keep one of these on hand so that I could pause scenes and look around the background. This is also a good movie to watch with friends, especially ones who haven't seen it, because it's just a lot more fun. Otherwise, there isn't a whole lot more that you'll get from a rewatch, unless you're into role-playing. Then you can pretend that you're a civilian who got neuralized and don't remember any of what you just watched. I'm not going to judge you. I give 600 points for rewatch value. My first thought when I finished watching this movie was, wow, they did a really good job of explaining the whole alien premise without it becoming overwhelming, and they also managed to keep a complex plot going. Then I realized that the plot isn't that complex. K and J explored the new alien setting for the sake of the viewer, while a probably evil alien chases a MacGuffin in the background. They have a big confrontation with the bad guy in the end, but there's no complicated beef between them. They just need to stop him. Plain and simple, yet interesting. I think it's really cool that the dialogue works so well, but after watching it through once, it makes me wish that there was something more complex going on, just to give me more to think about or enjoy. I give 700 points for writing and plot. The whole mission of the Men in Black is to be unrecognizable, a rumor, recognized only as deja vu and dismissed just as quickly. But the actors are still pretty iconic. Agents like K and Zed put up great performances as the seen-it-all, jaded older guys, and Jay, Will Smith's character, plays off them in a way that brings a lot of energy to a movie that can be serious when it needs to be, and also lets us know that aliens aren't just gray-faced bringers of doom. Also, there's a lot of great acting and voices that goes into making the aliens believable, especially Vincent D'Onofrio, who performs as the Edgar Bug. It's really top-notch. I give 800 points for acting and voice. So at least so far as I'm aware, aliens are not real. So that means that these characters are all visual effects. Whether they're physical costumes or computer-generated images, they all interact with the world seamlessly. Especially in scenes where the suits open up to reveal aliens, I can't tell what's real and what's computer-generated. Sometimes an alien might move in a weird way, but how am I supposed to know how it moves? It's an alien. I give 1,000 points for effects and set. To all the aliens in the audience who aren't familiar with Earth math, that's 3.8 out of 5, 7.6 out of 10, and a whopping 3,800 points. I honestly can't think of a scene in this movie that I would mark as my favorite. However, I do want to talk about this one scene at the end that I thought about more than others. Minor spoiler warnings, I guess. So there's this scene at the end. You all know what kind of scene it is. That slower, kind of more sentimental scene that has a 90% chance to make everyone cry, somber music in the background, maybe that one joke in the middle that fails to lighten the mood. You get it. In this particular case, K tells Jay that he wasn't training a partner, he was training a replacement. Jay says that he can't do the job by himself, K gives him his neuralizer, and Jay erases K's memory. Yet, despite the sad music and the two somber-faced men on my screen, I didn't feel sad. This is the end of the movie, so K was leaving the current story anyway. He didn't die or anything. In fact, he now gets to retire with the family his job kept him from. This seems far more happy than sad to me, and from a viewer perspective, if you don't expect a sequel to come out, then you don't care what K does after this movie. And if you have seen the trailer for the sequel that did come out, then you know that Kay comes back. As far as I'm aware, I felt very little of the intended emotional impact, and that was interesting to me. Not bad, just interesting. Now before we go, it's time for one more thing, an eye exam. If you'll direct your attention here... Alright everyone, you've just finished watching your preferred genre of YouTube entertainment. In a moment, you will see a screen prompting you with 2 more videos. Feel free to watch either one as you see fit, or just go about your business. There's nothing to see here. And remember, enjoy entertainment and judge it fairly. This has been Just J Review.